Hey everybody, welcome back. Before we get into the game today, I just like to point out, the trades from last episode. I was thinking because I saw they got Kansas City's got Freddie Furman, and let's just go take a look at him real quick. He's got pretty good stats, around the board. He's a little faster, and I just did a mock-up trade. We would say Joe Vaughn, uh, this guy right here, and this guy, because he was part of the old Astros team, it could get the deal done, and we could theoretically upgrade at catcher. He'd be cheaper, we'd be losing some of the money, because as you see, Joe Vaughn's stats have already started to go down. We'd only have him for a year, while at least for the short term, if he keeps getting better, he's a 28, we have him for 6. It's a thought. I just thought I'd share it real quick. The Henry Davis one for the Pirates is also still available on the board. Just straight up, he's younger. It's getting pretty even now, so we might have to pull the trade now. Of course, not good as Freddie or Joe Vaughn, but he's a bit faster. He's got a great arm, and he's 24. We'd have him for the same amount as Freddie, and he could grow more for longer. So that trade is still optional. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna get to the game now. So I will see you after. Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's ball game. I am your announcer, Sharky Boy Gaming, and we have a game for you today. We have got the Austin Roosters in Kansas City country going against the Royals today. We got the Austin Roosters 6-7, Kansas City 8-4. It's going to be a great game today. As you see the Royals taking the field. You see, this first two games of the series, Austin won 6-5, but then KC yesterday came back dominant fashion, 7-1 ball game. It's going to be a barn burner today. Let's see who wins. And on the mound today for Kansas City, Brady Singer. 2 games started. He's 10 in the third innings, a 4.35 ERA, a 1.45 WHIP, 7 strikeouts, a walk rate of 9.1%, and a 15.9 strikeout percentage. And here comes Veronica Mars up to the plate, leading it off today. See, they're on the season hitting .434 in the first 13 games of the season. Right there, first on the Roosters is the 1.309 OPS. She's having a great start to the season as she rockets one over the first baseman into right field for a base hit. Veronica Mars leading the game off strong for the Austin Roosters. Pumping her fist there. Looks like she got a change up and she just yanked it over first baseman. Couldn't get it past the right field though, but a base hit's a base hit. Now up to the plate, Joanna Becker as a Singer throws over to first. Mars back safely. She's hitting about 250 on the year. See down there, yesterday Tommy Pham three stolen bases to beat the Roosters 7-1. As speaking of stolen bases, Joanna swings and Veronica Mars is in there easily at second with her third stolen base on the year. Look at her motoring down there well into second base before the throw. I don't even know why the catcher threw it. As Joanna is down 0-1. He takes a slider up and away. For ball one. See Kansas City Royals are 8-4 to start the year so far. It's a little early, but they're first in the wild card spot. Joanna swings at a sharp curveball just below the zone for strike 2. Next pitch coming up, and she sinker in on the hands for strike 3. Singer with a strikeout, another 1 out in the inning. Next up, Riley Tall here. Batting .227 on the season so far. She swings at a well inside slider. Don't know how she made contact with that, but she grounds out to first base. for out number 2. Veronica moving to third, though. You see here the starting lineup. Austin Roosters, 13 games in, leading the AL in team home runs with 23 this season. It's a good number to start out with. Next up, Burger McDonald. See, they're batting .404, 1.301 OPS plus on the season. Having a great start to the year so far. As takes the first pitch, the slider away. Strike one. The last 4 games, he scored 5 runs, so he's been very productive. He fouls that one off for strike 2. Singer gonna get out of this after giving off a leadoff single to Veronica Marks. You see here, 0-2 pitch. Burger swings, hits it hard, but right at Bobby Witt at short. And he's going to throw out Burger McDonald for out number 3. Well, Veronica leads off with a single, but nothing doing. Go to the bottom of the first. Tied 0-0. Getting on the mound now for the Roosters. Regina George, you see there, 10 games, 10 innings, a 7.2 ERA, a 1.8 whip, 14 strikeouts, a 29.2% strikeout rate, but an 8.3 walk percentage on the walk rate there. Having a rough go. It's only two games in the season. It's Tommy Pham up to the plate. You saw it down there in Tuca yesterday in the untelevised game. Stole 3 bags to help Kansas City beat our Austin Roosters here 7-1 as he takes a ball outside. See, the Austin Roosters are 6-7 on the year. Not a bad start. Pretty mid-start to start the season for him. Regina throws forkball down for ball 2. And Tommy Pham on the year hitting .282. Saw there, looked like no home runs, no RBIs. See, he takes a curveball now down and for ball 3, 3-0. To start off Kansas City's leadoff batter. There's a strike, fastball in there, 3-1 count, up and in. No, like we've talked about this before in the past broadcast, but this pitching staff is really what they need to work on. She fights back into this now, 3-2 count. You know, the projected numbers say Regina here is going to give up a lot of hits, to give up a lot of home runs. She's a bit young. They're hoping she can develop as she can't finish off the job. She's going to walk Pham. There on the high and away fastball. We'll run on first. No outs now. Stepping up to the plate, Miguel Garcia. See, he's going to take a fork ball in there for strike 1. Garcia hitting .250 on the year so far. 564 OPS, no home runs, 4 RBIs. As we see there, he gets up ready for the pitch, and it is another fork ball. This time Miguel Garcia gets there. Pham going to third, and he is in there safely with a Miguel Garcia single. Kansas City already got something brewing here in the bottom of the first. Runners on first and third, no outs, and into the box now, their star hitter, Bobby Witt Jr. He's gonna close but foul ball for strike 1. There, already on the season, .268 average and .971 OPS, 4 home runs, 7 RBIs. He is their star on this team. Definitely the best player, and he is playing like it so far to start the season. So he takes a curve down there for ball 1. There are 7 runs, tied second on the Royals so far this season. He's probably going to have a lot more scored runs. He can hit, he can run, he can do everything. As he swings and misses at a slurve there for strike 2. That's the pitch. Fork ball down and away. Bobby Witt misses it for out number 1. Dodges a major bullet there on the mound, does Regina George, but she's still not out of it. We still got runners on first and third with 1 out. See that just over the top of it, and it looked like a bit early, just Wasn't expecting a forkball there. It's a perfect pitch for the first out. Now batting Salvador Perez. Longtime Kansas City Royal here. Hitting .231 on the year so far as he swings to Riley to third. Throws it to Becker. Throws it to McGee for the double play. Regina George gets out of the inning unscathed. Thanks to a big strikeout and a ground out from Salvador Perez, we head to the top of the second. Still tied up 0-0. Now, the aforementioned last inning, final out at first base, Clutch McGee stepping up to the plate. You see there, numbers not so clutch. .214 average so far through 13 games. .634 OPS, 2 home runs. Not being very clutch as he swings at the first pitch and grounds it to second base for the out. 1 out on 1 pitch. Now standing by the left, Freya Allen, 208 on the year, 790 OPS, 4 home runs. They saw their second place on the team so far through 13 games. She also's first pitch swinging on the sinker, and she grounds out to first base this time. 2 pitches, 2 outs for Brady Singer. There's Joe Vaughn now, 395, 1.053 OPS. One of the top hitters on the team so far, but already early on in the trade rumors as he smacks one into right field. You would think, why would this team be looking to trade him? But you'd think they need to start getting their own prospects. They need to make some changes as Alice Bowles steps up to the plate. She hits a ball into left field for a base hit, so 2 two-out singles here. But yeah, they're thinking of Joe Vaughn. If he's a good catcher on the final year of his deal, if they can get some good youth back, why not trade him? He said he's going to be a free agent. They need young prospects, especially on the pitching side. We'll see as Speedy McDaniel steps up. .242 average on the year, 860 OPS, 1 home run, 4 RBIs. As he takes a ball. You know, Joe Vaughn is definitely already in trade rumors and already been asked traded for. The GM said no for now. Let's see what we got going on later in the season maybe. But teams have been calling for him already. With some good offers as Speedy McDaniel to first base grounds out. Nothing happening with the two out singles. We go to the bottom of the second. Still tied, 0-0. Stepping up to the plate. First baseman for Kansas City today, Paul DeYoung. 208 on the year, 704 OPS, 4 home runs, 5 RBIs. He's tied for the most home runs on the Royals with 4. With, I believe we saw Bobby Witt have 4 as well. As Regina throws the first pitch, and it is... look at that. Just catches the zone for strike 1. And we're talking about last inning, you know, they're getting calls on Joe Vaughn. We might see something happen to him. As the first pitch was a strike, and that one was a ball. That one was more of a strike than the first one, huh? What are we looking at here? But yeah, you know, like I said, they're getting offers for Vaughn. As Freya Allen can't make their leadoff single for Paul DeYoung. You know, they've definitely got some trades lurking. They've been looking at some other ones to maybe try to fill some holes. But the big one right now is Joe Vaughn. They've got calls on him. But they're going to hang on to him for now. We'll see what happens. Now stepping up to the bait, Michael Massey, second baseman today for Kansas City. So he's there sitting .297 on the season so far, 13 games. So he takes that fork ball for a strike. See, 97 average, 879 OPS, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs so far in the season, which is crazy considering the projected numbers this season for Massey are not great average-wise and not great power-wise. And so far through 13 games, Got 2 home runs and hitting .297. He's even leading the Royals now in batting average through the first 13 games. As he hits to Becker, to McDonald, to McGee for the double play. 4-6-3. We've got 2 outs now. The bottom of the second. You see there, Joanna, nice routine to Berger, and Berger with a nice flip avoiding the Young, trying to slide in there, break it up. Now up to the plate, Hunter Renfroe for Kansas City. See there, starting the year not great, a 184 average, 560 OPS, 1 homer, 2 RBIs. It's one of the bigger acquisitions for the Kansas City Royals during this offseason. He takes strike 1, next pitch coming in. A slurve in there for strike 2. You see, career home runs, 178 through 9 seasons. He's a pretty decent power hitter, Renfroe. As he fouls off the forkball to keep his at bat alive. You see there, we're looking at maybe a high fastball. We'll see what Regina George, and it is. And Renfroe pops it up to McDaniel to end the inning. Well, Kansas City gets a base hit, but nothing happens there. We go to the top of the third, 3-0. Veronica Mars back up to the plate. She singled in the first, continuing this hot start to the season. We also saw her steal a base as she takes that sinker down for a ball. She's already got 3 of those. 6 doubles on the year so far. First on the team with that. She smacks another one to right field. This one higher in the air, but the right fielder is going to get there for the out. She really hit that ball hard, 204 off the bat, but right fielder able to run it down. Now batting Joanna Becker. She's 0 for 1 today. She struck out in the first. She takes a very high curveball. Her last game in the loss, she was 2 for 4 with 2 base hits. And she takes a sinker down for strike 1. You got a 1-1 count here. Singer so far working pretty quickly through, working on his 3rd inning, only 22 pitches now as Joanna Becker flies out to the catcher for out number 2.
Now batting, the third baseman, Riley.
Both pitchers seem to be working pretty quickly, keeping the pitch count low. Riley Tall comes up to the plate. She grounded out in the first. She smacks one down the line, but foul. She's got 9 RBI so far this season. She's tied for 2nd on the roster. That was her pitch, and she fouls it off. She's going to be upset with herself on that one. As the 0-2 pitch comes, this time she does not swing at that inside slider. Last at bat, that's what she grounded out on. She learned that from last at bat and took it. Good eye. But she swings at the curveball in the same spot. It's okay though, you know, these guys are young. They're learning. Never really faced MLB pitching before. Although that Yankees game, you would think they have. She takes that sinker down and away. 2-2 count. See, the fan there wants Brady Singer's follow on Instagram, I suppose. Who knows? Maybe we'll see that he did. As Riley Tall again, that slider in on her hands. Cannot lay off. She will strike out swinging. We go to the bottom of the third. Still tied up. 0-0. Out to the bait. Nelson Valquez. This looks to be his first at-bats of the year. He's got nothing. Zeros across the board as he takes that fastball for strike 1. He's a 5th round pick in the 2017 MLB draft. As he takes that forkball to third for Riley to throw over to first for the out. 1 away in the bottom of the third. Darian Blanco up now to the plate, batting 9th, playing right field, I believe. He also is taking his first at-bats of the year. As comes the first pitch of the at-bat. Slur for a ball. As you can see, we mentioned top of the third here. James George also got a pretty low pitch count, maybe a little higher than Singer had coming into the inning, but working on third inning, still only 20 pitches as she takes that swinging strike for strike one for Blanco on the curveball. Fastball up, catches the zone for strike two. She's pretty happy with that one. Probably a little happy that the umpire called it for her this time, unlike the last strike that he missed. As Blanco swings over top of the forkball for the second strikeout on the game for Regina George. Second out of the inning. You see the pitch sequence. So we start off with the slurve, came back with a curveball, high and fastball, dropped it back down on the forkball. It's a beautiful sequence of pitches right there for out number two. Now stepping up to the plate, Tommy Pham. He walked in the first inning. See, takes that ball outside. See there, 282 average, 776 OPS, no homers, no RBIs. Walked in the first inning, and he's seen another ball. He's seen 6 pitches so far, and 4 of them have been balls. But that's a strike. Tommy Pham, 16th round pick, all the way back in, I think that said 2006 draft. That's a long time ago. I think it's the 2008 draft, but it doesn't matter anyway, as Freya Allen is there to make the catch for out number 3. We go to the top of the 4th inning with the middle of the lineup due up for Austin. It's still 0-0. There is the aforementioned middle of lineup, Burger McDonald. He's 0 for 1 today with a ground out, but he's 4 for 8 in the series. He had a home run in one of the earlier games. As he's up to the plate, and he takes that sinker inside for a ball. 13 RBIs on the season so far this year for him. 3rd in the AL. Not just on the team. He's 3rd in all of the AL. As he smacks a slider 110 off the bat, but foul. And he gets jammed on a circle change a little late on it for strike 2. Fights off that sinker. He's probably a little angry with himself missing that one, but he fouls it off to keep the at-bat alive. He takes that sinker down and in. You know, as we saw in the lineup card in the top of the first, this team leading the AL in home runs. Said it before, we'll say it again. This team has definitely got a good offense to grow around. They just need to find some pitching, and you might have to get rid of some offense for that pitching. We're in a 3-2 count, and he swings at ball 4 to right back to Singer for the out. One away. Top of the 4th. Now stepping up, Clutch McGee again. He is 0 for 1 so far today. Dropped his average even lower, down to 211 on the season. And he is going to immediately swing at the first pitch, and his average goes down even further. 2 away on the ground out. Now up, Freya Allen, 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out in the second, and 0 for 9 in the series. She's not gotten a single hit, except for right now. I spoke too soon. She smacked that ball right on the button, 106 miles an hour off the bat, into the gap for a double. Maybe I should talk more about how they're not doing great, and I guess they'll get hits. I mentioned Freya Allen's 0 for 9. She smacks a double. Now Jovan, last at bat, he had a single. She takes that for a ball. Sorry, that was the desk chair up here in the booth. He's 1 for 1 today with a single in the second. He is 2 for 5 on the series. He looks at ball one, the first pitch, and he is going to smack one down the right or left field line, excuse me, for a double, and Freya Allen is going to come around to score. Austin is now up 1-0. It's Joe Vaughn's second double on the year. And you know, you can see why teams are already calling for him to help winning teams. He is hitting good, driving in runs. These Austin Roosters might want to collect on the hot topic that is Joe Vaughn. It's Alice Bolstep up 1 for 1 today with a single. New ball game now. She takes ball one. And she definitely went around on that. See Alice Bowles there. Have a great normal average, but only hitting 118 with runners in scoring position. But it is early in the season. She'll definitely can probably get that up as she swings at that curveball. For strike two, she was way ahead of it. Does not look like she was expecting it. Takes that slider down and away from a ball. Got a 2-2 count. Now, Alice Bowles predicted by the analysts of this team that she can't run, and she almost gets hit there. But great average and could have some pop, but nothing else. And so far, through 13 games, she has proven that she walks there on the sinker outside. Ball four. We got 2 on, 2 out. But she has been living up to the offensive side that she has predicted to do in these first 13 games. The team is quite enjoying. So are the fans. Speedy McDaniel now takes a sinker up and in for strike one. 0 for 1 today. Well out in front and well above that slider right there for strike two. Ooh, close pitch, but umpire rules it a ball. 1 and 2. That could have been strike 3. He takes the circle change and fouls it off, keeping that bat alive. See if he can do anything. Runners on first and second. 1-2 count. Top of the fourth. Austin up 1-0. He swings at the Hall of Famer pitch for out number 3. But Joe Vaughn, RBI double, gives Austin the lead. 1-0 heading to the bottom of the 4th inning. Now stepping up to the plate, Miguel Garcia. He's 1 for 1 today. The base hit back in the first. Regina throws a curveball, knuckle curveball. Speedy McDaniel will get under the ball for the first out.
The batter, number 7.
Now up, Bobby Witt Jr. 0 for 1 today with a strikeout, but 4 for 9 in the series with 2 home runs. So 2 of his 4 home runs to start the season have come against our Austin Roosters here as he takes that forkball down and in for a strike. There are 4 home runs, tied 6 in the AL. He fouls that one away for strike 2. See what happens here in the 0-2 pitch. Looks like they're trying to front door him. And they do on the slurve for strike number 3. Regina's 3rd strikeout on the game. 2nd on Bobby Witt Jr. here so far today. See there, the slurve. 8 inches of break. 27-15 on the RPMs. 2007-15, if you don't know. 27-15, even though you can read the screen. Just right over the top of the ball. Beautiful pitch for out number 2. Next up, Salvador Perez. He's 0 for 1 today. Grounded into a double play back in the first inning as he takes that ball for a strike. See there, Salvador Perez, no home run so far to start the season. See, he fouls that one away For strike 2, you see 13 years. He spent his entire career in Kansas City. Won the World Series with them in 2015. And been to a World Series before that, the year before, in 2014, where they lost to the Giants. And you know, that's a hard feat to do, to go to back-to-back World Series. But to at least to win one of them, that's a great accomplishment. As he swings at strike 3 for Regina's 4th strikeout of the game. Nothing doing for Kansas City in the bottom of the 4th. We go to the top of the 5th. Austin Roosters 1, Kansas City Royals 0. Now batting top of the lineup for the Roosters here, Veronica Mars. She's 1 for 2 today with a base hit in the first inning. But she's going to take that ball up the middle. Bobby Witt off his knees across the field to get Veronica Mars. What a play by Bobby Witt Jr. there. Saving a base hit and a leadoff runner for the Roosters. The diving stop. It's hard to get Veronica out on those plays because she is quite quick, but that was masterclass by Bobby Witt there in the field. Joanna Becker takes that, swinging for a strike. She is 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a pop out. See there her stats so far this year: 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. And here comes the next pitch, and that slider down and away for ball 1. You see there, because they technically don't have prospects. Joanna Becker is number 10 on this team. They really need to make some trades and try to get that up. But she smacks one up to Bobby Witt as well. Doesn't have to dive this time, but that's a pretty long throw, and he makes it look easy. Back to back great plays from Bobby Witt Jr. here. As there are 2 up, 2 down for the Austin Roosters. Next up to the plate, Riley Tall. She's been liking that inside pitch this game. Singer went to it and didn't swing. She's 0 for 2. 0 for 6 in the series as well. She also has not got a hit. Let's see if my luck will give her a hit like it did Freya Allen as she swings at a ball in the dirt and fouls it off for strike 1. Let's see, last game 0 for 4. He takes that circle change. That was close, but it's low. Ball 2. She rolls over the top. Ball right back to Singer. Throws it on to first for the out. Nothing doing here in the top of the 5th for the Austin Roosters, but the Austin Roosters still up 1-0 over Kansas City. There's our amazing radio commentary team. Go give them a listen. And we will definitely, hopefully, find a way to not show them on the broadcast soon and stop promoting them, because we don't want copyright issues or anything on our broadcast here. Anyway, stepping up to the plate, Paul DeYoung. He's 1 for 1 today with a base hit as he takes that first strike. 8 seasons, 120 home runs. Saw early in the game he made the All-Star team back in 2019. Had a really good year that year. He was down 0-2 now. But ever since then, he's been a little mired by injuries. He's on Kansas City now. They're hoping he stays healthy. Has a decent year for him as he swings at the up fastball for strike 3. 5th strikeout on the game for Regina. You see that, just the beautiful pitching motion she has, and just from 91 miles an hour, got it right by him. I don't think he was expecting a fastball. I think he was expecting one of those breaking balls and just couldn't catch back up to it for the out. Now up, second baseman Michael Massey. He is 0 for 1 today as he takes that for a ball. Oh my, excuse me. He is 0 for 1 to the ground. That's 2 for 8 in the series. Has it been too impactful? Is he not even going to attempt to go after it? Fouls it off for for strike one and one. Second on the Royals, though. You see that from last year with an 857 OPS. That's surprising. He swings at that knuckle curve in the dirt for strike two. Let's see where Regina George goes with this. Looks like she's going to go with a swerve low and away, and she does. Michael not chasing it, though. Stays a ball, 2-2 count now. Here in the bottom of the fifth. Gina still kind of keeping that pitch count a little down. He smacks the ball out there, but Veronica Mars will easily get there for the out. 2 away now in the bottom of the fifth. Next up, Hunter Renfro. He is 0 for 1 today. A fly out. He is 1 for 8 in the series. Regina gets the first pitch coming, and it's a slurve. Doesn't take. Strike one. You see there, like we said earlier, acquired in free agency. They're hoping he can help this team get to the playoffs for the first time since, I believe, 2015, the World Series year, or 2016. It has been a while for them as he takes the fourth ball down for ball 2. And you know what Kansas City's pitching staff and what they got on offense is he smacks one into center field for a base hit. Kansas City's got a shot. They got a good shot at making the playoffs this year. We hope the Austin Roosters do too, but as a brand new team to the league, sadly, probably not. But we can hope. As I said, so far through the first 13 games, they're 6-7. Game under 500. Their stars are performing. But it's early. You never know. Kansas City could also, fall off the rails too. We don't know. They're 13 games in. But these are just predictions, folks. As Nelson Vasquez up to bat now. Takes 2 strikes without even swinging. See, Freya Allen gets there and she tumbles and hangs onto the ball for the out. What a play. Let's see that again. She's running there. Catches, loses her footing, keeps balance to keep the score 1-0. Now up to the plate, Berger McDonald. You see there. 6 home runs on the year for him, but he's 0 for 2 today. As he smacks one, but Massey gets there for the out. So, we talked about seeing her keeping the pitch count low early. That 4th inning, with the double and the walk, really got his pitch count up there. That's up to 60 now. It's Clutch McGee. Flies out again. Again, not so far living up to his name. Talk about a guy who may potentially need to get traded. Now batting. He might be clutch early with his early season performance. It's not great. Let's hope he turns it around. Freya Allen steps in. Last time up, talked a little smack to her about her being 0 for 9 in the series, and she smacked a double. Scored on a Joe Vaughn double himself down the line. She smacks one to center field, but the center fielder will get there for the out. Quick 1-2-3 for Brady Singer. See, number 9 spot, then the top of the order due up for Kansas City. Austin still leads 1-0. Here we go. Darian Blanco this season. Oh, he has gotten some at bats before, just hasn't got a hit. He is 0 for 4 on the entire season. And it didn't help last at bat as he sits there and takes a ball. See there, he was acquired from Oakland in 2019 via trade. He takes the 4th ball down for a ball now. Speaking of Oakland, you see there, they're down 3-1 against Texas. 2 of our division rivals here for the Austin Roosters. As Regina throws a slurve, gets Darian Blanco to swing over it. Darian, sorry. For strike 1. Knuckle curve swings over it for strike 2. She's back in this thing. 2-2 count. And ooh, close pitch, but taken as a ball. 3-2 count. Let's see what she's got. See there the standings. Kansas City half a game behind Cleveland. And our AL West, the Seattle Mariners right now leading the way. Texas a game behind. Angels 1.5 games behind. The Roosters 2 games behind. And Oakland in last place as Blanco strikes out for the 6th strikeout for Regina George on the day today. For out number 1. Just a fork ball. Down. Swings over the tops of it. Beautiful pitch. Beautiful break for the first out. Tommy Pham now up. He's 0 for 1 today with a walk. As he smacks that ball into left field down the line. That's going to be at least 2 for Tommy Pham, and it is. Speedy McDaniel's going to get it in pretty quick. That fork ball. Tommy Pham's 2nd double on the season. They've been swinging over it, but they've been making also really good contact with the fork ball today. So it's been hit and miss for Regina. She's got a couple of strikeouts, but she's also given up a few hard hits on it. So Raquel Garcia up to the plate again. He's 1 for 2 today with a single back in the first. Another thing this Austin Roosters team needs to get better at, constantly here on the broadcast, is they definitely have some not so great defenders. Clutch McGee, maybe clutch with the bat, hopefully, as the season goes on, but he's not a great fielder. Alice Bowles, that's why she's a DH, because she's not a great fielder. As Raquel Garcia swings over the top of that knuckle curve for the 7th strikeout on the game for Regina George. Yeah, this team also could use some defensive help. Where it'll come from, we don't know. Bobby Witt takes a ball there. Not for a strike, for a ball. Is struck out twice today so far. She's late on that fastball. Strike 1. Gina up to 69 pitches now. Nice. This pitch number 70 is a hanging slurve, and Bobby Witt is just not going to offer at it. Strike 2. And Bobby Witt Jr. for the 8th strikeout for Regina George. Caught him looking. He is wearing the sombrero right now. 3 Ks. Joe Vaughn up to the plate now. He is 2 for 2 today with a double and a single. Could the cycle be on? Probably not, as we are in the top of the 7th. And he bats 7th in the lineup, so this could very well be his final at-bat of the game. And he's definitely not going to get the cycle as he gets the ball to Massey at 2nd for the out. One away on the top of the 7th. Step Alice Bowles. She's 1 for 1 today with a single and a walk. She got 316 average, 799 OPS, 1 home run, 5 RBIs on the year. Didn't really get to mention that earlier. She's been a pretty good bright spot in the bottom of this order, but this at bat she grounds out to Bobby Witt for out number 2.
Now back, left fielder, Sparky McDaniel.
Comes Speedy McDaniel. He is 0 for 2 today. Strikeout, ground out, and only has 1 hit the entire series, which is a double. And I'm 2 for 3 today on talking about someone's bad performance this series and them getting a hit. Speedy McDaniel base hit up the middle. Let's see if they run him. Oh, but first, it looks like it is going to be the end of the day for Brady Singer out there for Kansas City. Had a really good day. Not many strikeouts. Only gave up the 1 run. Got through 6 2/3. Not a bad day, but Kansas City's bringing in Caleb Ferguson. He got 7 games this year, 3 holds, 8 1/3 innings, a 1.08 ERA, a 28.1% strikeout rate. Lefties, looks like lefties are hitting better than righties. And first move out of the bullpen. Catch Speedy McDaniel sleeping for out number 3. Wow. All right then. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's time for the stretch. Austin up 1-0. Welcome back after the 7th inning stretch. Leading off for Kansas City is Salvador Perez. He is 0 for 2 today. He smacks one into the gap deep. Is Veronica going to get there? She is not. Can they get it in time? Salvy's not the quickest runner, but he is going to make it in there safely at second for a leadoff double. His second of the year. He took that first pitch he saw and crushed it where no one could get it. Kansas City looking to strike back and tie this game up. They've had quite a few hits and quite a few positions at times for runners in scoring position. That's what I meant to say. They just haven't capitalized on it. As Paul DeYoung takes a fork ball there.
0-1's the count.
It's way out in front for strike 1. He's 1 for 2 today, single in the second. Got 2 home runs this series so far. See, is then late on that fastball. 0-2. Gina looks like she's going to try to front door him again. And just couldn't get it there as he takes it for ball 1. But the hanging knuckle curve is not what he's expected. Strikeout number 9 on the day for Regina George.
Second baseman, Michael Massey.
We got 1 down in the bottom of the 7th. Except Michael Massey, he is 0 for 2 today. As he checks his swing, but that is a strike anyway. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. Pitch, and Messi is going to get into right field, and it's not going to be caught. Salvador Perez is going to break late and is in there at third safely off the single from Michael Massey. Kansas City has really got something brewing now. Runners on first and third. You see there, nice hit. Frey Allen just couldn't do it. First and third with 1 out though. Bring up Hunter Renfroe. So he takes that fastball, pulls it foul. Kansas City hoping they can actually check in with a run this time. They have been in this situation a couple of times now, and a couple of times with at least a runner on second. And Renfroe tries for the bunt, can't get it down. That's a risky move because he's not known as a bunter, and Salvi is not known as a runner. And Hunter Renfroe will strike out. 10 Ks for Regina George on the day today. That's one of her projected high numbers of strikeouts for the season, and she has got 10 so far today. As we go to Nelson Velazquez. I think I said this name earlier, and now I'm butchering the name. I apologize, Nelson. Let's call you Nelson V from now on, so I don't make a fool of myself on the broadcast. As he smacks one off, Regina to McGee tags him for the out. Kansas City leaves runner stranded again as we go to the top of the 8th. Austin still up 1-0. Veronica Mars leads off, but she was up at bat when Ferguson caught McDaniel sleeping on it first and picked him off as she takes that for a ball. Will Smith, Delson Lamet warming up in the Royals bullpen. I don't know why they're saying Lamet is a lefty. He's a righty. That's weird. What are you doing, camera truck? As Veronica, this time to Massey's side diving play, but cannot make it like Bobby Witt Jr. did last time. That's an infield base hit for Veronica Mars. Let's see if she takes off. See there, she's stepping off a low foot, and she does. Joanna takes the ball outside, and again, Veronica Mars in there. Relatively easy. Her second stolen base on the day, fourth on the season so far. You see there, throw. She's touching the base before that ball is even in the shortstop's glove. That's just what her speed can do. Now let's see what happens. Joanna Becker 0 for 3 today. She swings at that one for strike one.
One ball, one strike.
Joanna only hitting 133 so far with runners in scoring position. She swings at that one in the dirt and fouls it off. That is just a magic trick in its own to foul a pitch like that off. She makes it a 1-2 count. She smacks it to first base for the out, but she moves Veronica up 90 feet. Veronica is now on third. On third. Only one away. And Austin score this inning. Riley Tall is up. She is 0 for 3 today. Still 0 for on the series. And she is late on that up high fastball for strike one. Takes that sinker down in the dirt though for a ball. And oh my, that was a cut fastball that she was looking silly on, my God. And she's gonna get it through though. See, again, I am 3 for 4 today. 1 for 2 on Riley. Talk a little smack about how they're performing, and she comes through with an RBI single past the brought-in infield to score Veronica from third. It is a 2-0 ball game now. Next up, Burger McDonald is 0 for 3 today. Lined out last time up in the 6th. No, middle of the order presence. Still got great contact skill, but not much of a power threat against lefties, which is weird as he pops it up to DeYoung at first. Young is going to make the catch for out number 2. See there, again, weird he's not as good as against lefties as he is righties, but hey, he's only 19. Next up, Clutch McGee. He is 0 for 3 today, has dropped his average down to 203. He is hitting worse than Freya Allen. And he swings at that cut fastball almost as bad as Riley Tall did earlier. But yes, he has a worse average than Freya Allen, who is expected to not have a great average. So that turns around much. This team's gonna need you. Maybe for the future, or at least need you to step up for some good trade pieces.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
As he takes that for ball 1, 1-2 count. 2 outs. Top of the 8th. Runner on first. 1 run in so far. And it'll only be 1 because Clutch McGee is gonna fly out to third. Well, Austin pushes across another run thanks to Riley Tall getting it past the brought-in infield. Austin Roosters up 2-0 going into the bottom of the 8th. Now coming in to pitch for Austin Hunter's Marks. This will be his 7th appearance on the year. 0-1 record, 1 hold, 11 1/3 innings pitched, a 1.59 ERA, 0 strikeout rate, righty's hitting 227 and lefty's hitting 127. I think that's it. I did not read it past. My bad. You know, the truck guys don't give me numbers for the broadcast. They probably should probably have some notes up here instead of just reading what they put on the screen. That would be the proper thing as a broadcaster to do. As he grounds out for out number 1. Tommy Pham up to the plate, 1 for 2 today. Got a double his last time up as he fouls off that circle change. For strike 1, but yeah, an interesting number for Hunter Marks so far this season. 13 games, or 17 games for him, or 7 appearances for him. This team was 7. 11 and a third innings, no strikeouts. As he was looking for a big bender strikeout there, but Tommy Pham not having it. For a ball. 1-2 count. But again, we know Hunter Marks is not a strikeout guy as he soft up the middle. Burger McDonald gets there in the throw. Gets Tommy Pham out at first. I don't think anything is going to beat that Bobby Witt Jr. play earlier in the game at short. But that is nice to get over there on a slow roller like that and throw out Tommy Pham at first for out number 2.
Nope.
As Miguel Garcia takes that for a ball.
1, no strike.
All right, Blue. I'll pay for your LASIK after this game if you think that's a ball. LASIK surgery's on me. And that's a ball. Okay, yeah, Blue. I'm taking you to the eye doctor after this game. And you are getting LASIK surgery as Miguel Garcia flies out to Speedy McDaniel to end the inning. But boy, what a couple of bad calls there to the out. But at the end of 8, Austin up 2-0. Hunter Marks still no strikeouts on the season. Now coming in to pitch for Kansas City, Will Smith. It's only his 3rd appearance, 1 hold, 1 2/3 innings, 0 ERA, 22.2% strikeout rate. But righty's hitting 500 and lefty's hitting 400 off it.
Leading off for Austin.
Next up, Freya Allen. She's 1 for 3 today with a double. Run scored. 1 for 11 with a double. That double earlier in the series, double earlier in the game, but makes her 1 for 11 in the series as she flies out to center field for the first out. Now coming up, Joe Vaughn. He is 2 for 3 today. He did get a 4th at bat, but the cycle is definitely out of reach now. But he's still 2 for 3 today. Double, single. See if he can add to it. See, Rockets won 109 off the bat, but foul. Imagine if he just straightened that one out. At that launch angle at 21 degrees, he might have had another home run on the season. He takes that for a ball. Her ball down in the dirt at his feet. 1-1 count. He smacks a slider past Massey into right field for a base hit. Joe Vaughn 3 for 4 today. Really making himself enticing for teams that have been calling on him. We've heard, the Pirates call in on him. We've heard that Kansas City might want him for a backup. As Alice Bowles, also another base hit. She adds to her record today of 1-3, now 2 for 4.
Now batting, the left fielder, Sparky.
If he keeps hitting like this early on and the teams keep calling, like we said earlier, these Austin Roosters, they might want to pull that trigger on that trade. The Speedy McDaniel, not very good against lefty, smacks one into right field though. Joe Vaughn tagging And he is in there safely. Wow, what a risky play. We have runners on first and third down with 2 outs, but the star of the team, Veronica Mars, up at the plate. She could give Austin a bigger lead here, going into the bottom of the ninth. But she, just like Joe Vaughn, 113 off the bat, but fouled. She straightens that out. She has got a 3-run homer on her hands. But she doesn't. She lofts this one in the left for the out. Well, Austin Roosters got 2 base hits, but can't do anything with it. Go to the bottom of the ninth. Middle of the order coming up, though, for Kansas City. Austin up 2-0. Now coming into the game, their closer, Hannah Walker. Here, 7th game, 0-1 record, 2 blown saves, 4 1/3 innings pitched, 6.23 ERA, and 19.2% strikeout rate. Righties hitting 417 off her, lefties hitting 222. She has to face the heart of the lineup, starting with Kansas City star player Bobby Witt, but he is 0 for 3 today with 3 strikeouts. But that's a strike, but the first 2 pitches last inning for the Roosters were balls. Bobby Witt fouls that one off, 0-2 count. So yeah, you know, ump's eyes like that. We're gonna go take him to get LASIK surgery after this. As Bobby Witt takes that circle change for a ball. 1-2 count here in the top of the ninth. Hannah Walker has been in 2 save opportunities so far. Has blown both of them. Trying not to blow the third. I know there's jokes you people are making, but don't make them. As Bobby Witt hits it into center field for a base hit. Uh-oh.
The catcher, number 13.
He does not get the golden sombrero today. Now you got to be careful, because Bobby Witt is one of the fastest players in the league, one of the best hitters. And Salvador Perez is apparently the best ground ball hitter today. As he grounds into another double play. 2 outs just like that. Some stress all immediately taken off Hannah Walker's shoulders as Berger throws it to Joanna, and Bobby Witt takes her out, but she stays strong and throws it to first for the double play. Paul DeYoung now takes that slurve and just watches it. I don't know if I would have watched it. That was a pretty good slurve. Pretty good slurve for strike 1. That was a really good circle change to hit for strike 2. Is Hannah Walker gonna get out of this? She throws the pitch and DeYoung fouls it off to keep the bat alive. He is trying. That was a very hittable 2-seamer too. He takes that 2-seamer over first base into right field for a base hit. Kansas City staying alive on a 1-2 count. Paul DeYoung singles. This game's not over yet. I saw it talked about earlier. Oakland 5 games back, but we're only 13 games in. But Austin's hoping to at least be better than Oakland, right? Maybe even better than that. You see the Kansas City Royals mascot there trying to get the crowd pumped up, seeing if he can come back in this game with 2 outs. Michael Massey swings and fouls off a 2-seam fastball for strike 1. You know, we saw the leadoff single from Bobby Witt. We thought, uh-oh, but then Salvi grounds out. But now Paul DeYoung, as he takes that 2-seam for strike 2, Paul DeYoung singles. And we're thinking, uh-oh, but Michael Massey now down 0-2 as he swings and grounds it to Berger, throws it to Becker for the win. Austin Roosters hang on and win this game 2-0. It's our second televised game. Not as offensively happy as the first against the Yankees, but a win nonetheless for our Roosters as they take the game and the series against Kansas City. See there, Regina George gets her first win on the year. Hannah Walker, her first save. So all around, good team game today. No bad defense. Not much offense, but apparently today we didn't need much offense. I want to thank you for joining our broadcast today. I hope you enjoyed the game, and go Roosters. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. All right, thanks again, announcing team. As you see there, close game. Not as much offense as our first game we played against the Yankees. Only 2-0. It's a good game, though. Just going to do a quick thing here. This is going to be our next game. We're going to show off John Beaver, the knuckleballer on our team against Texas as the home team. So I hope to see you there.